2025 is shaping up to be an awesome year for movie buffs. With exciting sequels like MI8 and some cool reboots like The Naked Gun on the way, there's going to be something for everyone. So without further ado, let's check out the must-see movies hitting theaters next year. Den of Thieves Pantera, January 10, 2025. Den of Thieves Pantera, the sequel to the 2018 action heist film Den of Thieves, is set to hit theaters on January 10, 2025. The film, directed by Christian Gudegast, will see Gerard Butler and O'Shea Jackson Jr. reprise their roles. This time, Butler's character Big Nick is chasing Jackson's Donnie across Europe as they delve into the dangerous world of diamond thieves and the Panther Mafia, targeting a major heist. The first Den of Thieves was well received, particularly for its nod to Michael Mann's Heat, and performed well at the box office, grossing $80.5 million. The sequel hopes to capture similar success with its new setting and high-stakes plot. Mickey 17, January 31, 2025. Bong Joon-ho's highly anticipated sci-fi film Mickey 17 stars Robert Pattinson. Warner Brothers pushed the release date to March 29, 2024 to allow more time for the project, which faced delays due to last year's strikes and other production issues. The new date will enable the film to be shown in IMAX and coincide with the Lunar New Year, a major international movie-going event. Mickey 17 is Bong Joon-ho's first film since Parasite. It's based on Edward Ashton's novel and features Pattinson as an expendable employee on a human colonization mission who fights against being replaced by a clone. The cast also includes Naomi Ackie, Stephen Yeun, Toni Collette, and Mark Ruffalo. The film will open between Paddington in Peru on January 17 and Captain America Brave New World on February 14, 2025. Wolfman, January 17, 2025. Lee Whannell gave the classic Invisible Man a fresh modern twist, and now he's set to do the same with another Universal monster, the Wolfman. Originally, Ryan Gosling was set to star in the Wolfman reboot with Derek Cianfrance directing. But plans changed, and now Whannell is teaming up with Christopher Abbott, whom you might remember from his intense role in Poor Things. The new movie's plot follows Abbott as a guy whose family is being hunted by a deadly creature. We can't help but wonder if that creature might be Abbott himself. Alongside Abbott, Julia Garner from Ozark and the upcoming Fantastic Four will also star. The film, initially scheduled for October 2024, has been pushed to January 17, 2025. The Monkey, February 21, 2025. As the son of Norman Bates, Osgood Perkins is no stranger to horror, having made a name for himself with films like The Black Coat's Daughter and Longlegs. In 2025, he's diving back into the genre with a new project that has a lighter twist. Perkins is adapting Stephen King's short story The Monkey, which follows two brothers who find an old monkey toy. Soon after, people start dying, and the brothers suspect the eerie toy might be behind it. Perkins told Bloody Disgusting that his film will have a vibe similar to Misery, Creepshow, Gremlins, and An American Werewolf in London. He describes it as a nostalgic nod to the late 80s and 90s, suggesting it's like if Robert Zemeckis took a trip and made a Stephen King film about a monkey toy. The film features Theo James, Elijah Wood, and Tatiana Maslany. You can catch it in theaters on February 21, 2025. Alto Knights, March 21, 2025. Robert De Niro, known for his iconic gangster roles often directed by Martin Scorsese, is set to showcase his talent in a new crime film, Alto Knights, formerly The Wise Guys, coming out in March 2025. This time, De Niro will collaborate with filmmaker Barry Levinson to play not one, but two mobsters. The film, based on a script by Nicholas Pileggi, the author behind Goodfellas and Casino, will explore the lives of infamous New York crime bosses Frank Costello and Vito Genovese, whose ambitions lead them to a deadly clash. De Niro will take on both roles, with Deborah Messing and Catherine Narducci also starring. Levinson, known for classics like Rain Man and Good Morning Vietnam, is making a comeback with this project. Snow White, March 21, 2025. Disney's live-action Snow White is scheduled for release on March 21, 2025. The film, inspired by the 1937 animated classic and the Brothers Grimm fairy tale, was delayed from its original 2024 release due to the SAG-AFTRA strike. It will likely become available on Disney Plus a few months after its theatrical debut. Rachel Zegler stars as Snow White, with Gal Gadot playing the evil queen. Andrew Burnap will portray Jonathan, a new character replacing the traditional prince. Ansu Kabia is cast as the huntsman, and Martin Kleba will play Grumpy. Mark Webb, known for 500 Days of Summer and The Amazing Spider-Man, directs the film. The screenplay is written by Greta Gerwig and Aaron Cressida Wilson. Gerwig is celebrated for Barbie and Little Women, while Wilson is known for The Girl on the Train. Disney has chosen not to use the Seven Dwarfs in the title to address concerns about reinforcing stereotypes. This decision came after criticism from Peter Dinklage, leading Disney to consult with the dwarfism community for a respectful portrayal. Michael, April 18, 2025. The upcoming Michael Jackson biopic, directed by Antoine Fuqua, will explore the life of the legendary musician. Fuqua, known for Training Day and The Equalizer, is also recognized for his documentaries, such as What's My Name, Muhammad Ali. The script, written by John Logan, who has worked on Gladiator, The Aviator, and Skyfall, will feature Jafar Jackson, Michael's nephew, in the titular role. Coleman Domingo will portray Jackson's father, Joe, while Nia Long will play his mother, Catherine. Miles Teller will take on the role of John Branca, Jackson's lawyer. The film aims to provide an epic and honest portrayal of Jackson's life, showcasing his triumphs and struggles. It will cover his entire life, including his iconic performances and personal challenges. The film's handling of the sexual abuse allegations against Jackson remains unclear, given that Jackson's estate is involved in the project. Thunderbolts, May 5, 2025. Thunderbolts has been officially confirmed as Marvel's first MCU villain team-up movie, drawing on long-standing speculation and fan interest. The film was announced with much fanfare at the 2022 D23 Expo, revealing a cast that includes Sebastian Stan as Bucky Barnes, Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, David Harbour as Red Guardian, and Julia Louis-Dreyfus as Contessa Val, who is set to lead the team. Harrison Ford joins the cast as General Thaddeus Thunderbolt Ross, a character he will also portray in Captain America: New World Order. Originally slated for a 2024 holiday release, Thunderbolts has experienced several delays and is now set to hit theaters on May 5, 2025. The film's release date has shifted from its initial December 2024 slot and then to July 2025 before settling on its current date. The movie will be part of MCU Phase 6, setting the stage for this new era of Marvel films alongside the Fantastic Four reboot. The plot of Thunderbolts remains under wraps, but it's expected to feature the team as anti-heroes rather than outright villains. Recent updates suggest that the movie will build on storylines from previous Marvel projects, particularly those involving Black Widow characters. Speculation about the meaning of the asterisk in the title hints at potential plot twists or thematic elements that will be revealed upon the film's release. The film is directed by Jake Schreier and written by Eric Pearson, with filming having begun in June 2023. Although a trailer has not yet been released, fans can anticipate one in the early months of 2025 as Marvel ramps up its promotional efforts. Mission Impossible 8, May 23, 2025. In 2021, it was announced that the Mission Impossible franchise would wrap up with 2 back-to-back installments, aiming for a grand finale with Tom Cruise's character, Ethan Hunt. While some of those plans have shifted, we're definitely still getting the 8th movie in 2025. Tom Cruise will return as Hunt, with Christopher McQuarrie back as writer-director and Ving Rhames, Simon Pegg, Haley Atwell, Vanessa Kirby, and Pom Klementieff all returning. New faces include Hannah Waddingham, Nick Offerman, Katie O'Brien, Tramell Tillman, and Holt McCallany. The film, initially called Mission Impossible: Dead Reckoning Part 2, has dropped its subtitle, and it's unclear if it will serve as a conclusion or just another chapter, as McQuarrie has hinted there are more ideas for the series. The Karate Kid, May 30th, 2025. For a long time, it seemed like the original Karate Kid movies and the 2010 reboot with Jackie Chan were completely separate, but that's about to change. On May 30, 2025, Ralph Macchio's Daniel LaRusso will team up with Jackie Chan's Mr. Han in a new Karate Kid adventure. The film will be directed by Jonathan Entwistle, known for I'm Not Okay and The End of the Effing World, with a script by Rob Lieber of Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. Ben Wang from American-Born Chinese will star as the lead, a young man who moves from China to the East Coast and seeks guidance in martial arts. It's not clear whether he'll be trained by Daniel, Mr. Han, or both. The cast also includes Ming-Na Wen, Joshua Jackson, and Sadie Stanley. The movie was pushed to 2025 so that it could come out after Cobra Kai finishes its run, suggesting that the series is part of this universe. Ballerina, June 6, 2025. After sad ending of JW5, we'll dive back into the world of high-octane action and secret assassin societies with Ballerina. Directed by Len Wiseman, known for Underworld and Live Free or Die Hard, the film stars Ana de Armas as the titular ballerina, who's a trained killer from the Ruscaroma crime family, a group that also trains its members in ballet and assassination. The movie will see de Armas's character seeking revenge on those who murdered her parents. Angelica Houston will return as the director. Lance Reddick's role as Charon will be honored. Ian McShane will reprise his role as Winston, and Keanu Reeves will make an appearance as John Wick. The film is set between John Wick Chapter 3 and 4. Joining the cast are Gabriel Byrne, Norman Reedus, Catalina Sandino, David Castaneda, and Sharon Duncan Brewster. The script was originally written by Shay Hatton, with rewrites by Emerald Fennell. Although Ballerina was initially slated for a 2024 release, it was delayed to 2025, with the involvement of Chad Stahelski to help refine the project. How to Train Your Dragon. After dominating the world of animation with 3 hit movies, 3 series, and numerous spin-offs, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise is branching out into live action for the first time in 2025. The new film is a live-action reboot of the original story, with franchise creator Dean DeBlois returning as writer and director, ensuring that the essence of the beloved series is preserved. Mason Thames and Nico Parker will star as Hiccup and Astrid, while Gerard Butler returns as Stoic to bridge the gap between the animated and live-action worlds. The cast also includes Julian Dennison, Gabriel Howell, Bronwyn James, and Harry Trevaldwin as Fishlegs, Snotlout, Rough Nut, and Tough Nut. The film's visuals and approach are still under wraps, but fans are eager to see how the live-action adaptation will differ from the animated originals. 28 years later, June 20, 2025. Danny Boyle's 28 Days Later redefined the zombie genre, and now we're heading back into that apocalyptic world with 28 years later. This new film, which is the first in a planned trilogy, sees Boyle returning to direct, with Alex Garland, who wrote the original 28 Days Later, handling the script. The movie will star a notable cast including Ralph Fiennes, Jodie Comer, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Aaron Kellyman, and Jack O'Connell, with Cillian Murphy reprising his role. The film is set to hit theaters on June 20, 2025. Following this, a sequel directed by Nia DaCosta is also in the works. F1, June 27, 2025. After the massive success of Top Gun Maverick, earning around $1.5 billion, director Joseph Kosinski, producer Jerry Bruckheimer, and screenwriter Aaron Kruger are teaming up with Brad Pitt for a new adrenaline-pumping film about Formula One racing. The untitled movie, set for an IMAX release via Warner Brothers, will feature Pitt as a former F1 driver who, after a disastrous crash, fades from the sport, but is later brought back to help a struggling team with a promising young driver. The cast also includes Kerry Condon, Javier Bardem, Damson Idris, Tobias Menzies, and Sarah Niles. The film will use real racing footage captured with advanced 6K cameras, similar to those used in Top Gun Maverick. Pitt teased the movie's thrilling nature, emphasizing the unprecedented depiction of speed and G-forces. The Naked Gun, July 18, 2025. Paramount is rebooting The Naked Gun, and they've cast Liam Neeson as the lead, stepping into the shoes of the late Leslie Nielsen. Known for his action roles, Neeson has also shown his comedic talent in Life's Too Short and The Lego Movie, making him a great fit for the reboot's straight-faced humor. Paul Walter Hauser will play Neeson's partner Ed, with a cast that includes Pamela Anderson, Kevin Durand, Danny Houston, Liza Koshy, CCH Pounder, and rapper Busta Rhymes. WWE champion Cody Rhodes will also make a cameo. Akiva Schaffer of The Lonely Island is directing and co-writing with Dan Greger and Doug Mand. who worked on the well-received Chippendale Rescue Rangers movie. The reboot is set to hit theaters on July 18, 2025, and with this team behind it, we're expecting plenty of laughs. Nobody 2, August 15, 2025. Bob Odenkirk came as a surprise with his badass performance in Nobody. Now, he's back for Nobody 2, and if you thought the first movie was intense, brace yourself for an even wilder ride. This sequel is directed by Timo Tjahjanto, the mastermind behind some of the goriest action flicks like The Night Comes For Us. Connie Nielsen is back as Odenkirk's wife, and Sharon Stone is set to play the main villain. So, expect her to be as iconic in this as she was in Basic Instinct. The script is being penned by Derek Kolstad, Umair Aleem, Aaron Rabin, and Odenkirk himself. Mark your calendars for August 15, 2025, because this one's going to be a bloodbath, and if you thought Odenkirk was just good at Breaking Bad, wait till you see him break some bones. The Conjuring Last Rites, September 5, 2025. Patrick Wilson and Vera Farmiga have been scaring the bejesus out of us as Ed and Lorraine Warren since 2013, kicking off a whole horror franchise with The Conjuring. They faced off against all kinds of creepy creatures, from Annabelle to the Nun, but it looks like they're about to confront their final fright. The Conjuring Last Rites will reportedly be the last chapter in the main franchise. While the plot is still under wraps, the post-credit scene from The Nun 2 hinted that the Warrens might take on Valak one last time. Michael Chavez, who directed The Nun 2 and The Conjuring The Devil Made Me Do It, will be back in the director's chair, with David Leslie Johnson McGoldrick, who wrote the second and third films, handling the script. Now You See Me 3, November 14, 2025. Get ready for a ticket to magic and misdirection on Now You See Me 3. Jesse Eisenberg, Woody Harrelson, Isla Fisher, David Franco, and Morgan Freeman are all back to dazzle us with more heists and illusions. Joining the core cast are Justice Smith, Dominic Sessa, Ariana Greenblatt, and Rosamund Pike, promising a fresh spell of excitement. While the plot is still under wraps, Eisenberg hinted at the script's focus on celebrating intelligence and teamwork over violence. It's a refreshing twist for a Hollywood franchise, with Eric Warren Singer, Seth Graham-Smith, and Mike Leslie crafting the screenplay and Ruben Fleischer taking the director's chair. Well, that's it for today. Which of these upcoming films are you most excited about? Share your thoughts on this in the comment section with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon to never miss an update. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you at the next one.